An SMS alarm system notifies all required staff on their cell phones via text if there's an issue at their pump house facility. This works 24/7. You could also connect up the fire company that is responsible for maintaining the system. Some companies even put third-party support companies on. That could be a plumber or someone responsible for the pipe work. Whoever needs to know about this pump house system can be added to the SMS notification. Personnel are really in one of two camps. If you put them in the maintenance group, they're notified about all alarm events. If you put them in a management group, they just know about fire events along with the maintenance group. But people in management may receive critical alarms that have not been resolved timelessly. What alarms are available to be monitored? The following alarms are the standard configuration called Template 1, where one size fits all. So this caters for up to 2 diesels, 2 electrics and 2 jockeys. But even if it's a single diesel, single jockey installation, you would still use this template. On the odd occasion the pump house doesn't fit this template, custom alarm wiring templates have been created. All alarm events are sent and stored off-site to a server. This allows you remotely to investigate an incident, look at trends at that facility, or be proactive on alarms or how the weekly tests are being performed. Let's look at the single site access. Simply log in with a username and password from any computer to view that facility. Look at historical reports, create graphs, print them, or export this data to Microsoft Excel. Now let's look at multiple site access. This is still a single username and a single password. This client can see multiple facilities all over the country. This could be regional management or head office that need to see a view for their entire portfolio. What can a company see under their portfolio? Firstly, you have all of your clients under a single web login. You can view, print, or export those results. You can view the data as text or convert it to a graph. How many times was the pump started on that day? How many minutes in total was the pump run for? We could take a look at the jockey weekly run statistics. How many times a week has the jockey started? Look at it over a period of time, looking for water leaks or trends. Lastly, we could look at individual alarms on time. Look at individual events to see how long the alarm was on for, and select the period of time you'd like to investigate that incident. What are the benefits of having the ability to investigate sites remotely? Let's take load shedding as an example. Load shedding takes place at this fictitious facility. An hour later into load shedding, the jockey pump attempts to start, but obviously it can't because it's an electric pump. The water pressure eventually hits the cut-in pressure for the main pump, which starts. And the main pump, as we know, will run continually even if pressure or power is restored. It requires human intervention. So pumps have caught fire or seized, costing hundreds of thousands of rands. If the SMS system was activated, personnel in the maintenance group would have been notified every hour that the pump was running. Another area of concern is the jockey pump. A jockey pump is a small electric pump with the sole purpose of maintaining the pressure in the pipe system. It should run 14 times a week in a system with no leaks, and about 168 to 200 times a week in a system with a small leak. We have seen instances off-site of jockey pumps starting over 70,000 times a week. That's once every 6 minutes. What is the cost of lost water? What is the damage being caused at this facility? The jockey pump statistic is sent every week at 5 o'clock. One text message to staff in personnel, and the information is sent off-site to the server. Here are 2 examples of jockey pumps from 2 different facilities. The one on the left will give a tick box to. The jockey pump is barely starting 3 times a week. The one on the right is going up to 820 times a week. So the ability of having this offline system is you can create these graphs over a period of time to look for trends. Is the water leak getting worse, or has it improved since it was last serviced? Another area of concern is the incorrect testing of the engines. Short engine runs cause metal fatigue or thermal shock, because as per the diagram on the left, the engine is started for sometimes as little as 30 seconds and then stopped. This does not allow even temperature distribution over the entire engine. Cracks can appear in the engine block and cylinder head, which can result in catastrophic failure when the unit is required during a real fire event. Again, if we're not storing this information off-site and seeing the weekly tests over a period of time, how can you verify that these pumps are being run for 30 minutes? Two examples again from two different sites. The one on the left is warming that engine up or giving it even heat distribution. If we take a look here, they're averaging a week between tests. Ideally, there's 1 week they missed. Probably someone was off sick. They're almost getting to the required 7 pumps per start test, or 7 starts per test cycle, and they are at least running the pump between 17 minutes and half an hour. The site on the right unfortunately fails. They are almost going into their pump house on a weekly basis. They're only starting the pump once during a weekly test, and often only running that pump for over a minute. So we're giving it a green tick to the one on the left and a red cross for the one on the right. The diesel fuel level low can be monitored. This is not an ASIB requirement, but we do recommend connecting the diesel fuel tanks to the annunciator panel. We have seen at a few sites, often the fuel level is left low for an extended period of time. SecureLogic is a South African niche electronic and software development company. We've been in business since 2002. We're not affiliated with any governing body or any particular fire company. That means we're an independent body with no conflict of interest. SecureLogic does not manufacture or supply fire panels or fire equipment. In 2004, we developed a new data logger and SMS notification module to comply with a new ASIB standard. All panel manufacturers implemented our product. That means there's been an industry standard for the last 15 years. Standard wiring, standard software, and standard applications and tools. The great benefit for the client is this product is probably dormant in the annunciator panel. The good news is there's no CapEx cost. The equipment is already installed and paid for. It just requires activation.